Hello, hello. Anyone else joining?
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm fine. How you doing?
Very good, besides the market.
Yeah, the market. It's always the market.
Yes, however, that's the probabilities inside the ups and down. But I'm excited to be here today. Thank you again, guys, for having me. And I hope I can share some valuable things. And before we get into the content, I'm just going to do a quick disclaimer from my side. None of this content is a financial advice. You should and must do your own market research. And let's talk about the crypto market and also how to prepare ourselves in case if the market will crash, because it's still crashing right now, but however the bear market is not confirmed yet, even knowing there is a lot of bearish sentiment and it's a lot of bearish people all over the Twitter and all over the internet. We have to analyze macro economy as well. We need to analyze what's going on with the world. It's almost Christmas and loads of other factors could play out. I personally wait this week to see what's going to happen to Bitcoin. So then I can say, oh, we're on a bear market. Because right now, we went all the way to 80,000, but it's apparently holding. So this week will define a lot, but we could also see a correlation, just a little bit of upside and another massive dump, which is also very, very normal. You know, the market has to correct a little bit. So I believe for longs is still interesting this week. However, by the end of the week, I don't know what's going to happen. And right now I'm still waiting. So I'm happy to share my screen with you and show you my opinion. However, guys, I believe you are following due in every socials. Don't forget to join the tally. And you need to understand that community is really, really powerful and it is our new currency. And yeah, you should definitely be on top of it if you want to participate and learn more about it. Because when I see crashes like this, when I see all the fear, I always like to think that it's a lot to do, is a lot to build, and we're also going to announce a couple of features that is going on the platform. And even if we are facing soon, which is not confirmed yet, however, if we are going to face a crash, we should learn how to build community, learn how to build things with real assets, whether if it's people, community, or actually real services or real products behind. We need to learn how to switch our mindset to a more prosperous ways, even during crashes and bear market. Okay. However, I'm still waiting, and let me share my screen with you. This is the Bitcoin USD. Okay, I hope you can see. Yeah, I think so. So this is the daily, okay? And we went all the way down to almost 80,000, I can call it, 8,735. And this is the daily chart, okay? So now it's sort of support going on here. I can call it support and resistance on top. So this is like support over here, resistance on top, and this is the beginning of the crash. Anyways, it's the daily, so it takes one day to close. But if we move into the 4 hourly time frame, let's have a look together. And it's good to notice that today is Sunday. It's currently 10 p.m. here in Dubai. I believe 6, 7 UK, wherever you are. Normally on Sunday, the market doesn't move that much, but as I mentioned, we could see a small bounce back. So this is a very short-term opportunity, but I still believe that it could play out a little bit this week and perhaps touch the 200 EMA period, which is it will be somewhere around 98100. Okay, this is the 200 EMA period, and it's very very accurate. So sooner or later, even here, look, we had the same scenario. Let me pull up so you will understand. We need to kind of embrace this line again to drop again. So here could happen the same, more or less. It could be even lower or a bit higher. It's the probabilities, right? So somewhere around 95 up to 100, and then from touching the line again, we could just go down. However, it's a probability, yeah. So if you are interested and if you can afford to get this long, of course, is an interesting opportunity for you. However, as I mentioned, you don't have to catch all the trades in a word. You don't have to, participate in everything. And sometimes it's even better just to watch the price predictions and, take a better decision based on a daily thing. As I mentioned first, the daily graph. So if you want, you can just watch and see what's going to happen. And again, it's a probability thing. Either way, if we bounce all the way back to 95 to 100 and start to recover again, I would say we're not on a bear market. However, if we do touch those lines and go down again, I'm personally shorting too, because end of the day, as a trader, you want to understand both scenarios and make money, right? But it's a lot of things going on in the ecosystem, not only Bitcoin itself, but the entire crypto market is based on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is correlated to US market. So end of the day, we're still inside a bubble. But I've seen some memes pumping actually, even during crashes. Let's have a look together. And if you don't know how to sit do, you can come to deck screen and just press, let me show you. Oh, hello, Dexter.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I will let you talk soon. I'm just giving a couple of opinions on my personal perspective on the market. So yes, guys, if you don't know how to find, you can go to the screener and tap deal and have a look. It's actually pumping a bit, which is quite interesting. And I've seen some memes pumping, even with Bitcoin crash, which is quite, understandable. Of course, you need to be very passionate, and of course, you need to understand timing, okay? But here is the graph, so you can come and you can press the website. It's going to drive you directly to the website. You can press Twitter, Telegram, and I recommend you to be part of everything and, make the most of being part of the community. You can get on top of all the updates and everything that happens. And when it comes to projects, we all need to be aware of the community on what's going on, because as I mentioned before today, it doesn't matter really sometimes if we are going to face a bear market, as long as we keep building and we keep warning our community on what to do. So yeah, I'm very excited overall to see what people will build even if we face a bear market, right? Because it's all about building. And I want to share with you my screen again. 1 second. And going back to CoinMarketCap, let's just visit the main page, because some people don't know how to find memes or tokens in here. So we have the top, we have the trending, we have the most visited, the new, the gainers, the real world assets, and on more, you can come and press for memes and BNB AI, so on. So it's very, very correlated, and it's very good to use CoinMarketCap. It's one of my favorite tools. And altcoin season still struggling. We might not even see altcoin season this bull market. Um, However, so you can press more and press memes. So it shows you the top meme coins on the market by market cap. Okay, it's very, very easy to use. You can even search top gainers from all-time high, and you can search from 24 hours, 30 days, even whatever you feel comfortable with. Here you have all the news correlated to memes, such as Dogecoin, Shiba, and everything. And it's very helpful to see what is going on inside their own thing. But anyways, the most visited today on top is Doge, Shib, Pepe, Pippin, and Fartcoin. on fifth place. So even with drops, we still see some, small pumps on a meme coin side. And yeah, you can just scroll it and find your favorite ones and just have a look. Let's say, example, if I press Trump, will show everything about the Trump one, and you can find the website, you can find all the news about it. And again, if you are part of those communities, you should be tracking all the time. Let's search deal. Oh, it's even here. And here you have the total data from, you can also press TradingView. Yeah, good. You have the total data here from deal token. So you can even come here if you don't like deck screen. You can find where to buy and what's the sentiment. And it's actually bullish sentiment today. Good. Good to see that people are actually bullish, because drops are made to buy. You don't want to do the opposite. Yeah. But actually, that's something I want to touch on as well. I think sometimes they want you to think that we're going to face a massive crash. We're going to see something terrible in a word, so they can just accumulate more and leave us with less. It could happen. Okay. I'm talking about politicians specifically coming into cryptocurrency market. And yeah, I'm just going through the comments. GleamX comment, deal everywhere, 100%. Sure, patient is a skill. Absolutely, yeah. Vortex X GM, actually GN, deal, Web3 Cavalry, LFG, Gleam X, yeah, not a financial though. Great analysis so far. Thank you so much. Gleam X, the bear market can't stop the momentum. That's true. Vortex X, I wish I had a bag more due 2 hours ago. It's never too late though. Yeah, it's actually pumping, right? Gleam X coin market cap is a good too, correct. Faith Faith Olufunzo, I believe, deal, yeah, GM, Holy Hero, Bullish, Joseph, Dew, and Olua Damiloa Dominion. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Fire emoji, Emeka Toby, Deal. So yes, guys, it's all about tracking those memes and community. In the case of Deal, the communities here is showing up still, and don't be afraid. Even if we are going to face a bear market, as I said, is not confirmed yet. However, after this week, we will start to notice what's going to happen. But even if we do, it's all about building. It's the moment that we should just go deeper on building community, building features, providing really interesting value to our ecosystem. Okay. But yeah, moving to crypto bubbles is not looking nice at all at the moment. This is the weekly, and as I said, some things are pumping surprisingly. Rain, I have no idea what this is, by the way, but it's up 11.4% on a weekly. BCH, Bitcoin Cash, is still alive these days, surprisingly, and it's up 14.5% on a weekly. However, who is the top loser today? I think Dash is the top loser on 35.8% drop on a weekly. What else? Pump Pump.fun, 25.4%, Morpho, 25.1. So all the deeps are great buys regardless of the price prediction. And also I would like to highlight, sometimes having your company listed can bring you loads of issues inside the industry. That's why it's very, very important to update the community on everything that is happening, right? Because people correlate the growth of your business, the growth of your company, sometimes to the price that is happening on the market. Even Tesla faced that multiple times. I'm not talking even about crypto. You know, Sometimes you have to be careful. So it's very, very crucial to have those kind of calls that we're having right now, to have a lot of education. Having your company listed can affect your business when prices are crashing, because people might think, oh my God, Tesla is down $50 or $100 is a terrible thing. But no, they're still developing. They still building cars. They still going to the moon and stuff like that. Mars, however, but just to have it on a platform, it can feel bad. So we need to learn and educate people how to step outside of those projects slash business and see what's actually happening behind the scenes, because sometimes it's going down, but it's still developing, still onboarding people, still doing lives, and so on. And by the way, James Wealth comment, let's send this higher. Let's send this higher, James. Let me know, guys, if you have any inquirement about any specific coin. And yes, just before I pass to someone else, let me share my screen with you one more time and show you the features. Okay, the new feature on a due website. 1 second. Should be coming to my screen shortly. Hopefully. Oh, here we go. Now you can stake. Okay, it's very easy, and all the steps are here. Stake is only available on the BSC mainnet or BSC testnet. So you are currently connected to an unsupported network. Please switch to the one supported networks below to access asking features. So you can choose your network and you can stake, which is an interesting thing to do. And if you come to the main page, it's very easy. You can launch your meme. And I think it's very, very cool to have those kind of tools. However, if you are building something that has value, it can work regardless of the price prediction. So you can come to the deal platform and launch your own token in very, very fast time. Okay. And you have the leaderboards, which will be updated soon. And you can go to the Explore and have a look yourself as well. And you can stake. So it's very, very cool. And actually, it's one more feature that I want to mention before we go. The MoonX beta testing will be live in December. It's last January. I just received. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, it's very easy. You just come to the main page and that's it. You go for it. Now I'm gonna head the conversation to Dexter. Dexter, do you have any opinion? How are you today? Would you like to share something with us?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful session so far with you, and I love the way you actually done the market analysis so far. It's really wonderful. Well done. And thank you guys for coming around and joining us for this session. It's great to be here, I must say. And thank you, Monex, Due, for this platform. Thank you so much. So now going on to the basis, let me use the word. Due has been live, yeah. Due.men has been live and it's fully functional as we have seen through BitBlunt's screen share. And certain features are live, and as we have said before, we are not just here to give you promises. We're not just here to tell you we'll do this, we'll do that, and then we don't show up. We're here to show up and do the work. Okay, so now you can stake your due tokens. If you check up on the stake due tokens, so great progress on that ground. We've had really massive progress because users have begun to stake their tokens, and you do not want to be left out. Okay, so there are different ways you could stake. You could stake for 3 months, you could stake for 6 months, you could stake for just as much as you would like, and there are different rewards, because every tier you stake has their benefits, if I would use the word. So you have 3 months, you have 6 months, you have 9 months, and you have 12 months for staking. That being said, the question is, then what is our reward system looking like? What does it look like? For the 3 months, you have a due drop for all tokens from due.mem that is listed on MoonX. So that is one of the advantages you have when you have 6 sorry, 3 months staking. But when you move ahead, you go to the 6 months, you have the same for the first, but you have it for 4 months now, okay? Not just 3 months, you have it for 4 months. And that is a due drop of all tokens from Due.mem listed on MoonX within 4 months. Then when you think of the 9 months, you have within 4 months also. But here's the good thing. You have something great added to that, which is what we call the whitelist, okay? Now, the whitelist feature is, I think, when the 3 to 6 months do not enjoy, sorry to say, but the 9 months would enjoy. And it's a 1 year whitelist access to buy pre-sale launches on the MoonX platform or exchange, if I will use the word. And what this simply means is that every token that get launched and then migrates to the MoonX platform, you have a great pre-sale benefits which others would not see, which others would not have access to. So that makes you a, should I say, a top tier member, or what was the right word? I don't know, but that's what I will say. So you also have the 12 months, sorry, and I think that's the best of it all. That's the highlight of the whole, staking, of which you have the due reward system, enhanced due drop for all tokens from Due.mem that's listed on Monex within, the regular 4 months. But now you have premium 1 year whitelist. And I think that is one thing that every other person would want to have, because when you have a premium uh, whitelist, then that is a very much preferable one. So when we think about the staking, we can see that we have different ranges. Okay, so you can have access to buy pre-sale launches on MoonX when you have 9 months staked and you have 12 months staked. So I think those are the top tiers, and you don't want to miss out on it. Not to dwell too much on staking. Uh, Also, Due.mem is a place where you can also have creators join and, you know, do something for themselves. And one of the great benefits about it is this: on Due.mem, you have advantages that every other one or every other platform does not. Okay, and that is number one, you have an instant launch. You just have to link your wallet and do a little bit of settings, then deploy under 2 minutes, and your coin goes live. Now you also have the 100% fairness, and that is something that I believe everyone is aspiring to see on the space today, because when we talk about unfair launches, I've also experienced, or I trade quite a lot, degen mostly, and I've experienced unfair launches, and I've seen how that they can really stagger the system and take away the trust which we actually run with, because you can't be in Web3 and then you don't trust what you're doing. So now you have an 100% fair launch. No pre-sales, no hidden allocation, no team allocation, and all of that. It is on chain. Everything is seen, and you get to know what is going on with the token. I believe everyone would love to know that, right? So that's an answer to the long question of what's one of the benefit of launching on the platform. Okay, so we also have one wonderful, I mean wonderful benefit, which is auto liquidity, and this is that we have the automatic pancake swap listing. Immediately we graduate, or the coin graduates, we have an automatic pancake swap listing, and from there you can get to trade your tokens on pancake swap and every other. So that is one thing that you do not want to miss out. Okay, so are you ready for lunch? Come on, you have to join thousands of creators and traders. Let's build a future with mem tokens on BNB chain. So it's live on BNB chain. You can always go and make use of the platform, launch your tokens, and feel like the boss, because there wouldn't be anybody telling you, hey, what have you stored up for yourself, or what have you done to the community? No, it's not going to be happening. Okay, so you know What exactly is due.mem then? I would say, in a simple term, that it's a very simple platform, and it lets you create your own coins. It lets you do staking. It lets you do so many things that we cannot just term it a launch pad. Okay, so it is more than a launch pad. It's not just a launch pad. Some people have gotten it wrong and said, oh, due.mem is just a launch pad. That's how they do, just launch your token and that's all. But I'm telling you today, it's no. It's beyond a launch pad. To give it, we're still looking for the right word to give it, and we're falling short. But it is a super launch pad if I would use just the normal, terminology. So the token creation, sorry, is very easy. It's not too bogus or whatever. It's just to connect your wallet, get the wallet name, picture settings, and set up what you want to launch, as many coins you want to launch, and you launch your coin. It goes live. So that being said, not to dwell too much on due.mem, we also, just as the Bit Blonde has made mention, we also have our exchange coming up very soon. And I know some people will say, okay, you said on the staking platform that this and that is happening, and you're gonna have some benefits of doing the long-term staking. Now we're gonna be seeing the long-term staking in reality, and those benefits of ours are gonna be coming live to our doorstep when we launch by December, or January. So we have a process, and we have, in due course, been able to do something that I would say is beyond what every other person has done before, which is build a blockchain, sorry, not a blockchain, now build an exchange, which of course our blockchain is coming up very soon, but we're building an exchange, and in such a short time. So you can see we're committed to doing this. We're building, we're not silent. But I would say that, a tree basically doesn't make noise. It only shows results. And I believe, if you have seen, or if you've been with Due from the first day, from the inception, you would have realized that that is basically what we do. That's our strategy of doing things. We are not just here to, give up the hype and all of that. No, we're here beyond the hype. So that being said, the Monex beta testing will be live December/January. So immediately we have the beta testing stage done, then we can have everything go live, and you can enjoy your benefits to the maximum of it. So do not be shy. Get to due.mem and launch your tax mem also. Yeah, I suppose I forgot to mention that. Now, one of the features of due.mem, guys, is that anyone, I mean basically anyone, can launch a taxed mem token on the BSC or base chain. And we try to stay away from the tax famine, okay? And so we put it that the range is from 0% to 3% for the taxed token. So you don't have to, think about, oh, are they going to farm me, giving me 5-6% for taxes? Because I believe, personally, I'm not just saying I have, but I'm still experiencing these huge taxes on the trades I do, because I told you I do agent trading. So I experience these trades, this tax famine, sorry. And sometimes I begin to ask myself, are you sure that the system is not just here to, elaborate and tell us we're doing this, we can do that, but still gaining from us in such a way that we feel we're robbed? So we're not coming here to farm people, okay? We're here to ensure that when you're launching, you can launch with a clean mind, a clean slate, and people, your community can trust you. Because, when they can trust you, they can buy in. One thing about Web3 that we all have known, have said earlier, is that when you're talking about trust, trust is a whole big deal, okay? Trust and transparency. So when you're working in the Web3 system or the Web3 space, you have to understand that if you're going to make something worthwhile, then you must make it worthwhile and built on trust and built on transparency. And these are the tools that due.mem is giving you all for free. Okay, so guys, in case we have some questions on, okay, so what is it? How do I start and all of that? You can also do well to drop it on the comment section. So right about now, I think just a very brief walkthrough through the analysis for coins. I would say that we're seeing a little bit of a recovery right now in the market, but it's not still 100%. I know that when we think about the normal, the way things should be, okay, the normal things we used to know in crypto, and when we look at the season today, it's somehow, conflicting. But, I would tell people always, if you can study the market, if you can stay on what you believe and really really stay on it, do not sell out, just believe in something. If you believe in something, you buy into it. Do not just go and someone says buy and then you buy. No, believe in something, buy into it, and stay there. Okay. So a few people asking me sometimes earlier, they said, hey, you made some great investments. What's it now? What do you feel like you're in a loss or something? I said, no, I'm not in a loss, because the only man that loses is the man that sells with a loss. So just cheer up, guys, because we're gonna see the bull run. I guess I'm not the best analyst here. We have the big blunt for that, but we're gonna see the bull run still kicking up. Okay, don't don't give up now. Okay, crypto is crypto and it's still what it is. So that's it from me. I guess I'll be handing over my mic right now. So thank you. I would still say one or two things later, but for now, this is it.
Wow, thank you so much, Dexter. Yeah, I believe we're not at the bear market already, guys. I just mentioned as a probability. However, I don't expect Christmas to be on a high prices at all. Because if you look into history, it's just a moment that you don't really see much volume. But January, February, could be. It's also election in the US, and yeah, those people really play really heavy. However, someone asked, a Aeon Dell, I think so. So can I launch a project on the platform? Yes, you can launch. And Michael Olael also commented, what's the minimum stake for the benefits? I think Dexter, you can answer that. The minimum stake for the benefits.
Okay, so there are benefits for 3 months. There are benefits for every stake. Okay, but the question, I don't know if he's saying the premium benefit. That is the one that
I
comes with.
could be the minimum amount. Um,
Okay, there's no minimum. All right, there's no minimum to stake. You can stake as
mm,
much as you want, stake as low as you want. It's just how you want to stake. It's free for all. Okay, I think that answers it, right?
all right, thank you. Um, Iondel also asked, will the platform support people to launch tokens on it? Will the platform support people launching tokens? Yes. And like, what is the support for genuine developers? I believe you need to launch a project and reach out to the team. But yes, of course, we're here to support. And that's the thing, guys. Don't be, you murdered my name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. It's just my pronunciation could be. Okay. Yes, guys. I hope you don't really, hide. Sometimes, we have to show up, and that's the main thing here with the community side. We have to show up. No matter what's going on the price prediction, do not let the community down. And I think that's what he's asking too. If we are going to support the community, yes, if you're building with someone, you should be supported. However, and it's really really interesting to see what AI is doing too, and look what you guys built in a very short time of period. Those things wouldn't be possible without AI, I'm pretty sure. So we can also expect 2026 to be a massive year combined with AI and tokens. And as long as you have a great utility, a great thing behind it, or a great community, you're good to go. I really like to see the fast processed and also the commitment from the community and the people and everybody showing up. And as I mentioned, don't hide. Even if we're going to go through the bear market, you shouldn't hide. This is when the real entrepreneurs are building good things. You know, in case if we are going to have, which I don't think so, in a month or two, we can see you can build something solid, something that is going to change something in the ecosystem, and that you're going to be rewarded for that. Okay. That's pretty much what I have for today. And yeah, Dexter, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, definitely. I have a few things to say. I always have a few things to say, actually. But now, I know a few people are, kind of spectative, and they're thinking, what do I do in this period where everything seems to go AWOL? Okay. And I would say that when you see things going like this, these are the moves that make men. Okay, these are the moves that make men. When you see a token or a coin going down, then you should be celebrating because it's the opportunity to buy in. Okay, because you don't buy in at the top and then you cry aloud. Okay, you wait for positions and then you come in. All right. So that being said, one wonderful thing I would say about the deal community is that the team is not sleeping. The team is not unaware of what's going on. We're fully aware. We're working, and definitely you'll see great things. Okay, I'm not giving you hypes or promises or whatever, but with what we've done so far, you can actually tell. Okay, they will tell me something those years. They say, hey, you get to know a good project when you see the project building, even when it's looking bearish, when it look like, oh, there's no hope. So when you see a good project, you see due. Okay. That being said, I would always use this slang. I say, when it deals, we blow. Okay, we blow up, and we make profit. So it's gonna deal. Yeah, definitely. Because when you see something building, then you sure as hell know that everything is gonna go well. So that also being said, I would like to say that we have a feature that a few people have not made use of yet. And when you get to our Telegram community, you could just, have the AI ask. You can ask a question, any question at all. Just put your slash AI and then ask your question, and you will get it. Even if it is something you need to be gotten from the internet, it can answer you right there. So if you have questions that you feel they're technical and all of that, you could just go ahead to the Due community platform on TG and ask your questions to the AI, and it will give you the answer. So that's one of the features also with the Due community, and I think it's a beautiful one. It's a wonderful one. And we also did a live testing a few days ago on our platform, our Due.mem platform, to ensure that we have a series of tokens launched, and we see how that they can also be promoted on the uh what's it called, on the buy boat section. Okay, so you could, all right, I think I think we have had a lot of buys, so you might not be able to see it again, but they're live. And so that this is what I say: any token that comes up, anyone at all that you launch, because I saw someone asking in the comment section, is there any support for genuine creators and all of that? That's also a means of support. Okay, any token you launch, we're going to be seeing it live on the Telegram platform, the buy bot section. You're going to be seeing the display. Okay, this token has been launched, and every buy, every step on the market cap, you get to see. All right, so it's one of the advantages of also launching on the platform, because you're not just launching on the platform and then you're going silent. The moment you launch on the platform, you're going to be seeing it publicized on the Due, community as a whole. So we're not just building something that is growing silently. We're here to support each and every token launch. We're here to support you, and I think that's a big win for the community, because getting to see tokens come up as fast as they can at a very bare minimum stage. I think that's an advantage for buyers, for degen traders and every other person. So if you're asking, if you're doubting, you can actually launch a token and you see this thing. It's really, really, really wonderful. And you want to try it out, you really do want to try it out. So that's it. And I think with that, I can say that I have said my piece. And Bit Blonde, do you have any other thing to say? Or I don't know if Monhex will have something too.
Wow, that's great. It's great to have AI integrated inside the chart. And I can see that you guys been working a lot. So congratulations. And it's very, very interesting to, keep tracking the entire development. And it makes sense to have an exchange too. So yeah, very excited to see how it's gonna look. And Monex, do you have anything else to add?
Not too much. Yeah, we're going to support your new developers, and definitely, everything takes time. Every good thing takes time, and time reviews. So I just think we're doing our bit. We're doing our part. We're just 2 months. Yeah, we're just up for 2 months. We're like 2 months right now. So let's just give it time and see how it's going to turn out to be. That's all from me.
Yeah, that's true. Great things take time. I think that's the main phrase for closing today. And let's see what the price will do this week. And I'll see you guys in our next one. I hope you enjoy your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Bit Blonde. Thank you, Monex. It's a wonderful time, and it's been a wonderful section so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.